Okay, today I'm going to talk about gout. Excuse me. I always thought that gout was a disease of only old people. Anybody in their middle age can get gout. Old people that, it's a foot disease. And basically you get it because you have too much uric acid in your bloodstream. Okay, uric acid. Too much uric acid will cause those crystals, the acid crystals, uric acid. Usually it starts with your feet or your big toe, the first joint in your big toe. And basically it can cause a lot of pain when you're sleeping, and it usually happens in bed when you're sleeping. So it's not a fun, it's not really a disease. It's because it's caused by too much uric acid, which is always in your blood anyway. But if your blood level of uric acid gets too high, too big, then you are going to not be a happy camper. It's most commonly on the big toe, and it's usually on the first joint. It's because of too much uric acid, and if it's not treated, it could just go on and get worse. Or it can go away. Like I had the last week or two, I've had sort of a medium pain in my feet, my big toes, because I had it about 5-6 years ago. It went away, and then I got it back. Once you get out of bed, and within maybe 5 minutes, the pain goes away. It doesn't stay, which is a really good thing. So I don't know if you can call it a disease, but it goes away, and it usually happens when you're sleeping. It'll wake you up, and you turn over, and you fall back to sleep, and then you fall asleep, you get more pain, and it's not a good thing to have. Okay, so you know that there's too much uric acid. Well, I'm going to tell you the foods that are high in uric acid that you don't want to have. I'm going to tell you which foods are high, and you can avoid those. And I'll also tell you which homemade remedies that you can make yourself, and it'll keep your uric acid low. Okay, so if you have years and years and years of high uric acid and gout, and you didn't go to a doctor, and you didn't try anything that you read on the internet or whatever, if that's been going on for like a long time, you can get something that it may be even worse than regular, ordinary gout. And that's tophus, T-O-P-H-U-S. The singular form is tophus, and then T-O-P-H-I is the singular form of the word tophus, tophi, and then tophus. And that means you've got almost like a blister, like a round bubble. Sometimes they're really big, sometimes they're really small. If it's on your hands, then it restricts the movement. It really affects your life. There is surgery that they can remove the tophus, but you don't even want to go there. Not surgery. If surgery is what's going to get rid of them, that's what I'm talking about. You don't want to go in the area of having gout and then not doing anything about it, and then the gout gets worse and progresses to the tophi, because then it's going to be really, who wants surgery? And if you get it in your hands, your fingers, you're going to lose everything that you can do in your hands. I mean, we take it for granted. We always take everything on our body for granted until something happens. Okay, so in gout and in the tophi and all of these things, there's inflammation, and a lot of people will take anti-inflammatory like Advil. That works really good. and there are prescription drugs that you can take for gout, tophus, so on and so forth. So, and it's all basically pain and inflammation. I'm going to give you the foods to take, foods not to take, the supplements to take. Okay, so, and I don't want to have a long 5-minute video. I mean, 5-hour video. I'm going to try to keep it to 5 minutes. So if I go over my time limit, please forgive me. Okay. The fingers, the hands, are not a good area where you want to get these. It looks like a blister or a bubble. They're called tophi. If you have gout or anything from a uric acid, if you have gout and you want to stop the pain, something that you can buy in the store, a lot of people swear by. I've got a good friend who is over 60, mid-60s. Every so often, all the time, he gets an attack of gout, and he can barely walk. And then has to put his feet on the arm of a sofa. Can't walk, can't drive. He has to wait till it's gone away. One thing that helps and gets rid of the pain, and he said it really works, is cherry juice. And you can buy bottles of cherry juice in places like health food stores, and that's a really potent, pain-stopping, I would presume anti-inflammatory, but apparently he swears by it. He's got a job that he has to meet the public, and he can't be on his feet, period, until he drinks that bottle of cherry juice. So the cherry juice, he's protected from getting gout by drinking cherry juice. The following foods are high in purine, P-U-R-I-N-E. Purine is in certain foods. Okay, so these foods that are high in purine, if you eat them, the purine in the food is going to get turned into, in your body, it's converted to uric acid, U-R-I-C, uric acid. And these foods that you don't want to eat are beef, pork, lamb, tuna, shellfish, and sardines. Kidneys, kidney sweetbreads, sorry, not kidneys, kidney sweetbreads, and liver, but who wants to eat liver anyway? And also limit the amount of beer that you drink, and limit the amount of any kind of liquor and sugary foods and sugary beverages. No alcohol if you can, or limit it. And the sugar in foods and the sugar in beverages, soft drinks. Another house remedy is drink the juice of 1 lemon every day, and just get a juicer, and don't drink it like right after you juice it. You've got to dilute it because it's a very strong acid. It'll eat away on the enamel of your teeth, and also it'll burn maybe if you don't dilute it, your throat and down into your intestine, stomach. So what I would do is I use a great big tumbler and then squeeze the juice out and dilute it into maybe 1 or 2 liters. Drink that all day, and then you'll be fine. Apparently, people do know I haven't had my tea, so they know about it. And so the lemon juice, it's supposed to work for some reason. Where basically everything is acid in our stomach. Even though it's an acidy fruit, lemon, it makes your body more alkaline, which is kind of a good thing. That's probably going to have to be another video, so that's how it works. Now, to prevent getting an attack of gout, these are the foods that really, really work. Another list of foods. Cherries, if you don't have the juice, eat lots of cherries. In the summertime, just eat as many as you think you need. They taste good, and it is one of the foods that will prevent you getting an attack of gout. So cherries, magnesium. Magnesium you can get in pharmacies over the counter, magnesium capsules or liquid or whatever. Just find out a supplement that is just magnesium. Ginger, so you can get raw ginger, slice it up and shred it and then make like a ginger tea, or you can get the ginger powder, or I think they have tablets, certain pharmacies, ginger. Apple cider vinegar is good if you dilute it, just like the lemon juice. And celery, of all things. When is the last time you ate raw celery? That was one thing that my mom made a seat when I was a kid. Raw celery. She was making dinner and said, "Here, kid, have this," and she would put some cheese or something on it. So in any event, oh yeah, and the tophus you get on the joints, but it can be on your hands, your fingers, your knees, your wrist, your elbows, your big toe. I'm not showing you that. Your big toe and fingers, elbows, knees, wrist. Yeah, you don't want to get those things. So, oh yeah, and the pain. The pain happens in the last week or so, or maybe 2 weeks. I've been getting pain of gout in my big toe. It always, when you go to bed at night, you don't have the pain in the big toe. Usually it happens when you're lying down, sound asleep, and it disturbs your sleep so that you actually wake up. So you're tired and so on and so forth, like after poor sleep. So that's not a good way to be happy, because you're tired all the time. So I guess, that's why you want to eliminate the foods that I said and eat the foods that I said, yeah, it's okay to eat, and how to prevent all the supplements, so on and so forth. Vitamin, you want to keep it bare minimum of pain. Vitamin C, 500 milligram to 1,000 milligram is supposed to be very good in helping. That's why the cherries are so good. Cherries got something in it, but it's also got a lot of vitamin C. So vitamin C may protect from gout, the low purine diet, because purine is converted into uric acid, which you don't want. If you wanted to go the prescription route, you could go to a doctor, and if you had a really bad case of inflammation and the gout and the pain and you were just done, you can go see your doctor. I've never done that. When I went to go see my doctor, he said try an anti-inflammatory. I believe it was Advil. It was some time ago. But I've always been doing the natural route in my whole life, so I like to do the natural. When it was not, people didn't listen to you when you said you're going to do the natural. But now everything is natural, like it's gone 160, 180 degrees now. I mean, it's incredible. When I was a kid, when I was 20 years old, yeah, who wanted to do natural? So, the big toe, that's the main thing. One thing about the pain. The pain is quite, I mean, you're not yelling and screaming like a crazy person, but it's pretty bad. And if you're in bed and you're sleeping and then you feel the pain, it wakes you up, if you just put on a single layer of bed sheet, cotton bed sheet, or whatever you've got, the sheet, not the comforter sheet, just the weight of the sheet on your toe, wherever it's painful, wherever it's sore, just the weight of the one sheet, the pain goes up way, way, way higher, and you're kicking it off with your foot. The weight of one sheet, it's that bad. So hopefully I've given you something that'll benefit you. And if you like my video, please hit the subscribe button. And I'm begging you. Or if you don't want to subscribe, I understand. And then I'll quit doing YouTube videos, period. No, I won't. The bed sheet thing was just, oh God, you know, it was. So leave some comments, and I hope you watched the whole video. It must have been longer than 5, but I lied. But then who cares? You know, it's video. These things take time. Yeah, it was probably 10 or 15 minutes, but write me a comment. You know, gout is a funny thing because there is pain depending on the degree that you've got. It'll start off, with a bang and it'll be really painful, or it'll be like lower painful and you might just have it for a few weeks longer. But my last bout of, I had it really bad. It was worse, I think 5 or 6 years ago. And then the last 2 weeks I've been having it most evenings after I'm sound asleep. It's funny that you get it when you're sound asleep, because you don't get it when you're falling asleep, and I don't know what happens. Something happens in your body, and that it wants to wake you up really early, or while it's still dark outside. So usually I can sort of try to ignore it if it's not too bad. I remember 5 or 6 years ago, it was so bad. It would wake me up early in the morning, and then the sun gets up really early in the morning, so it's hard to get back to sleep. But it's one of those diseases, if you want to call it a disease. But you kind of get used to the pain, and you go, oh. So you move your leg, you move your foot, and it's not a pleasant experience. So I'm going to buy some, I've got vitamin C and magnesium and all my supplements. I opened the cupboard, and well, all these supplements for years and years I've been taking. But cherry juice, I'm going to keep it on hand. And I know when I go to the store in the summertime, I buy cherries, but with COVID, the price of cherries has gone like through the roof because of COVID. We are in year 2022, and I hope everything will go well with COVID. And yeah, it's been a tough 2 years for everybody, the truckers, the trucks, and so on and so forth. Okay, I am done. Yeah, you can get elbow gout, and elbow wrist, and elbow hands, and elbow fingers, and usually it's the first joint in your fingers. So anyway, thank you for watching. Sorry I'm so over the top, but that's the only reason. If you have somebody over the top, you're gonna probably listen and understand it more, and you'll get it. Whereas somebody's just reading something, what do they know? Okay, I'm going to have to push the button because there's technical difficulties. I have to reach over to turn you guys off. And I don't want to turn you guys off, but hit that subscribe button because I need it. Thank you, and I hope to see you again soon.